Hi there everybody, Natasha Wilkinson here, your independent scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So, I am out in the backyard again. I'm hoping the sun's not too glary for you because we're coming up to school pickup, which means my house is going to get very noisy very quickly, and I thought this just might be a quieter area with all the traffic that's about to come barging through my house from all the kids. A little bit quieter to do this video because I suggest you get yourself a cuppa drink because it's going to be a long video. We're at the end of May and I'm about to do my May scentsy empties, and I had to upgrade my basket size because I just went crazy with my warming and with my scentsy empties in May that I needed a bigger basket. It is so full I can't even lift it up to show you. I will insert a picture up above here just to show you how much I got through May. Saying that, you didn't see a scentsy empties in April because we were away for 3 weeks during April, which means there was only 1 week of warming and using and enjoying scentsy products that I partook in April. So that last week of April is also in amongst May's scentsy empties. So let's delve into this, shall we? As usual, I do try and do non-wax first, and as I said, I upgraded to a different basket because of how full it was. What I'm actually using is a scentsy party tote, which has like 3 different, I guess you could say, compartments. So I've tried to put like the wax in one compartment, the pods and miscellaneous things in another compartment, and the cleaning and laundry in one compartment. So we're going to start off with the cleaning and laundry. So this is one of the pull-out compartments in that big scentsy tote where I shoved all the cleaning and laundry. So let's delve into it, shall we? And I'm just going to kind of pull from the top because of how full we are. So we're going to start off with cleaning. So let's start off with a counter clean in Coastal Sunset. And this has to be my favorite fragrance for cleaning products at the moment. It's just this beautiful mix of coconut and sandalwood. It's very refreshing, it's very tropical. Absolutely love cleaning with this particular fragrance. In fact, I used up my counter clean. Then I made another counter clean of Coastal Sunset using the Coastal Sunset all-purpose cleaner concentrate, which is fully used up. I also used the all-purpose cleaner concentrate for mopping the floors, so I will throw this into the mop bucket and mop the floors with. But these all-purpose cleaner concentrates you can dilute down and remake counter clean with. It makes about, I think, 3 or 4 from memory. They did used to have the amount on the back of how many counter cleans they made, but when they switched over to their different packaging, they took that off. So it was either 3 or 4 from memory. But I do use this, as I said, more for mopping my floors than I do for remaking counter clean. I tend to just buy the counter clean and then buy this to mop the floors. But I did remake another counter clean because I just really, really enjoy this fragrance. If you have not tried our counter clean, it's basically a all-purpose cleaner or a everything cleaner, not just the counters. I had 4 kids. I have pets, so I go through these quite regularly. I'm forever, one of my youngest kid is 3. is leaving sticky fingerprints and marks everywhere. So this is just great for me to go around the house and basically spray and wipe the joint down in between those really heavy cleans every day to make sure my house isn't full of sticky handprints. So let's delve into laundry next, shall we? So the newest fragrance in laundry out, I have actually been really enjoying, and you're just going to see how much I have really been enjoying this newest fragrance in laundry. So the newest fragrance in laundry, something leaking here a little bit, is Fiji flower. So I have used up 2 laundry liquids, 3 of your washer with tubs. This was the older style washer with tub. This is the newer style with the labeling, and you're wondering if this is a new fragrance in laundry, why is there an older style? I will explain that in just a moment. I'm just trying to avoid the leakage here. And 2 packets of your dryer discs. So that is basically 2 full laundry systems of Fiji washer whiffs. So Fiji flower washer whiffs. Fiji flower laundry systems, not washer whiffs. As I said, there's 3 washer whiffs there. So Fiji flower was originally a summer collection in 2020, and that's when they originally brought out the laundry as a limited time only summer collection in 2020 when we had the older packaging. But they have since then, with our last catalogue launch, put Fiji flower into the catalogue, and that has been since they've upgraded the packaging. So this is what the new packaging looks like. This is a beautiful, fresh, floral laundry scent. It's sweet, but there's a bright freshness about it, a bright, clean freshness about it. It is absolutely beautiful in laundry. Smells wonderful, great performance. As I said, was originally a limited time only summer collection, and for that short period of time I also had the wax in my club, but I did find the wax was not as strong in its performance and quite light, which is why it ended up coming out of my club. Not because I didn't like the scent, I just found the wax quite light as opposed to the laundry. In the laundry, it is absolutely fabulous. And I have to say it is one of my 2 favourite fragrances at the moment that I'm using in laundry. As you can see, I'm enjoying it enough that I actually went through 2 whole systems in a month in just the one fragrance. And I've just opened my 4th tub of washer whiffs of this. So I'm currently going through another tub in Fiji flower washer whiffs. So the next one. The next fragrance we're going to talk about is the laundry system in Fluffy Fleece. So this is my other favourite fragrance at the moment for laundry. So Fluffy Fleece is more of a powdery, florally cotton. You do definitely get that almost powdery note about it. And then it's got that laundry cottony type note about it. This is another really great performer in our laundry. Smells really good. If I had to choose between the 2, it would be very hard for me to choose the 2. For me, Fluffy Fleece is more winter orientated, I'd say, and Fiji flower for me would be more summer orientated, because with my home fragrance preferences, I am very seasonal. I also find that this is one I would gravitate towards all year for just towels and bedding. It's got that soft, cozy feel. So I'd probably use this more in winter. Now that I've gone through a good few Fiji flower and really tested Fiji flower out in the laundry, that was another reason I've gone through so much, because it was new. I really wanted to test the performance out in Fiji flower just to see how much I liked it. So going forward, now I know how well Fluffy Fleece performs, how well Fiji flower performs, and there are other fragrances out there, but these are the two that lately I myself have been personally drawn to. The other one that I'm kind of drawn to is Magnolia Linen, if I'm wanting something a little bit more crisp, a little bit more clean. But these are the two definite laundry fragrances that I am probably drawn to more. So going forward, I'd probably use this for towels and beddings all year round, and winter clothing, and Fiji flower more for the summer days is what my thoughts are. That is provided they don't discontinue this when they start our spring summer catalogue. But I feel like because Fiji flower's new out, they're not going to discontinue this as a laundry fragrance after one season. I feel like that Fiji flower has been popular enough that it will hang around a little bit in laundry. Okay. Next we have here a bunch of dryer discs. So I've got the two Fluffy Fleece dryer discs from when I was using the Fluffy Fleece laundry system. Currently the 4 dryer discs from this packet of Fiji flower are working their way through my dryer with the other washer whiffs that I've just opened, so they're not currently in here. But I do have 4 other dryer discs. Because our dryer discs last more than one wash, what I will do is I will just let them tumble and tumble until they're completely out of scent. And as I'm putting new laundry systems in, I just kind of add more to the tumbler. So these are ones I've just pulled out recently, and currently I've got, as I said, 4 of the Fiji flowers in. So these work. So I believe 2 of them were Magnolia Linen from when I had a Magnolia Linen system going, and 2 were Cloudberry Dreams from when Cloudberry Dreams was available. So Magnolia Linen is very much a very clean, crisp laundry scent with a little bit of floral. Cloudberry Dreams is raspberries and rose. So it's more of a tart, fruity floral, as opposed to Fiji flower, which is more of your sweet, fresh floral. And speaking of Cloudberry Dreams, I also got through a laundry liquid in Cloudberry Dreams. This particular scent is no longer available. They did retire it with our last catalogue. There may be still a few items in laundry kicking around in the clearance section, because after they did retire that catalogue, they did update the clearance section, and some Cloudberry Dreams was kicking around when they did update it. Whether it's still kicking around in the clearance section, I have no idea. So the next products we're going to talk about, and you don't really see much of me talking about this particular product. It's not that I don't use them, it's just that I have quite a few going at once, so it takes me a while to use them. And that is our Scentsy Fresh. So I have 2 bottles of Scentsy Fresh that I have used up, 1 in Magnolia Linen and 1 in Lavender Cotton. So Scentsy Fresh is like our Febreze cleaner. You can throw it on your curtains, your lounges, your mattresses. I always spray my mattresses between sheet change sheets. You can basically, it's for freshening up items, fabric items in between washes. So Magnolia Linen I was using in our bedroom. The Lavender Cotton I was using in the kids' rooms. And I also do have a Christmas one, Sun Kissed Cranberry or Snow Kissed Cranberry going at the same time. that is not used up yet. So I did open that at Christmas time because I was spraying our fake Christmas tree with it to give the fake Christmas tree a bit of an authentic smell, and using that at Christmas time to get the Christmas vibes going. That's why it's taking me so long to use these Scentsy Freshes Up, because, well, I've had 3 going all in one hit. So, moving on, I used up a dish soap in Blue Grotto. Dish soap is another item that's no longer available in our catalogue. There is, again, some dish soaps floating around in our clearance section because they did get rid of dish soap with our last catalogue, and they intend on bringing it out as limited time only, as part of limited time only collections. And dish soap was something that I used a lot of. It was a product that I really enjoyed with Scentsy, so I do have a little stash. I've got 2 on the go at the moment, and I think I've got another 4 spare. So I'm hoping they do a collection soon where I can pick up more, or that they're still going to be available in the clearance section by the time I get around to using what I have at the moment. Then I used up the Just Breathe hand soap. So this is not my favourite scent. I'm not a fan of it in wax, and I'm not really a fan of it in body. It's just very mentholy and medicinal to me. My daughter popped this in the bathroom when I picked up my consultant kit for new products and new fragrances that were launching. So I'm glad that we're finally done with the Just Breathe hand soap. I do enjoy our hand soap, and I do use our hand soap. I usually have 1 in the bathroom, 1 in the kitchen, 1 in the laundry. Just Breathe as a fragrance is not a fragrance for me. Another product you don't see much of, and this is soaked in Eva's, and I think it's the, I don't know what it is. It's Eva's, it smells like Blue Grotto. So I think there must have been a little bit of laundry dish soap in here, sorry, which is what we're soaking it. So another product you don't see much of is our hand creams. Again, it's not that I don't use our hand creams or body products, it's that I usually have more than 1 on the go at once. So it takes me a while to get through one, because I've got, usually have 1 in my handbag, I have 1 in the bathroom, I have 1 in the bedroom, I have 1 in my office area. So they're kind of scattered all around, and I usually have 1 in my borrow bags. So they're scattered all around, and it takes me a while to actually get through 1 at a time, because I've got more than 1 on the go at once. So this one is Watermelon Tangerine. In wax, I really enjoy the Watermelon Tangerine. I get a lot of the watermelon. It's a really beautiful, fresh, summery scent. I wasn't a fan of the Watermelon Tangerine in the body though. And it's funny how the different carriers give weight to different scents in the scent oils. This is a lot more tangerine forward in the body, but in the wax it's a lot more watermelon forward. And because I'm not always the biggest citrus fan, it's just a little bit too tart and citrusy and tangerine-y for me in the body, but in the wax I absolutely love it. And then the last thing in this part of the empties, look at all that, if you can see it, that's all the leakage. So is the air purifier filter. So I had to change out the air purifier filter, and this is what it looked like when I changed it out. All that dust we were breathing in, you can see this is normally meant to be white, but you can see all that discoloration down there. That is dust. It's not as bad as some of my other filters have looked like when I changed them out. So I had to change the filter out in the air purifier in the lounge room. So that's part 1 of part 3 of my empties box here. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? So, we're going to talk about some light globes, because this was the month where lots of my light globes have blown and a lot of my warmers needed changing out with light globes. So, let's see if I can remember what was what. So, my orange globe in my pumpkin warmer blue, that's a 20 watt globe, and because I was out of orange globes, I tended to use them all up over Halloween, and I haven't replaced my orange globe. I just replaced it with a clear 20 watt globe. And then we had the blue globe. This was in my, I will pop a picture up above here because it's not a warmer that's ever been available for sale. So as a consultant, in your first 70 days, you have the opportunity to earn what's called sensational start level, and there are 3 levels to sensational start, and if you reach sensational start level 2, you're actually gifted with an exclusive shooting star shaped warmer that is not available for sale. It's a gift that you're gifted if you earn that incentive level 2 or higher. I just scraped in at level 2, so I ended up earning that warmer, and I had it in it a blue light globe, but it has since been replaced out with the purple light globe. And then we have 2 25 watt, well, 125 watt, because it's then replaced the other 25 watt. So the cat knocked down one of my warmers and broke the dish. The warmer was still safe, but broke the dish, and in the knockdown it blew the globe. So that was the one of the warmers, I forget what the name is, I will pop a picture up above. So when the cat knocked down that, it blew the globe, and obviously I then had to replace the globe. As I said, it was the month for globe replacements. So, one non-scentsy product, some cotton balls I use to clean out my mini warmers with. Then we've got another couple of items that they discontinued and are only bringing out through limited time only products now. We're going to talk about our scentsy soaps. So I have a whipped vanilla lavender from Mother's Day collection 2 years ago, and a vanilla wave scentsy soap. I liked mixing these 2 fragrances together in the bath. Smelled absolutely phenomenal mixed together. I'm not the biggest bath taker, but our shower is out of commission at the moment, which means it's a lot more baths. So I was going through my scentsy soap a lot faster, and I did have one left, which was a cashmere corduroy in a container, until the cat snatched the jar that it was in. So I lost all of my cashmere corduroy scentsy soap, and there may be still a few scentsy soaps floating around in the clearance section, because it is an item that is now discontinued. It's basically a mix of Epsom salt fragrance. And for me, this is one of those products, unlike the Scentsy Soft or unlike the dish soap, I'm not as sad to really want to stock up on Scentsy soap. I enjoy it when I have it, and I enjoy soaking in it when I have it, but I'm also very picky with the fragrances I like to enjoy in my bath. When we had aloe water and cucumber as a scentsy soap, we used to get that a lot in our whiff boxes, and I used to struggle to get through the aloe water and cucumber scentsy soap because that just was not a fragrance for me, and I didn't enjoy bathing with it. But I really enjoyed bathing with these 2, and I would have really enjoyed bathing with my cashmere and corduroy if the cat hadn't destroyed that one. So for me, my bath fragrances in my scentsy soak, I have to enjoy the fragrance to enjoy the scentsy soak. So when they do bring these out in limited time only collections, I'm hoping they bring out fragrances that I am going to enjoy. If they're going to be fragrances that won't interest me for a bath, then I probably won't necessarily get them. This is one of those ones I can enjoy if I have, but I don't necessarily need to have. So let's talk about some fragrance flowers now, shall we? So my maple rum cake fragrance flower is totally used up, totally dried up. This was a strong performer in fragrance flowers. I was surprised at how strong this was in the fragrance flower. I popped this in my little office area, and for about 3 days afterwards, I'd go into the lounge room and it was filling up the lounge room. Normally I would tell you fragrance flowers are smaller areas, but I could smell this in the lounge room area. So that was amazing. It lasted for ages. And the other one I'm going to say is finished, even though it's still got plenty of oil. This has been going on 5 months now, and this is our cashmere corduroy. The petals are starting to crumble off. It just hasn't wanted to soak up the oil in my cashmere corduroy one. So that's quite interesting. So I'm going to say this one has lived its life, even though it's still got lots of the oil, because as I said, the petals are starting to crumble and fall off with how long I've had it. It just did not want to soak up that last of that oil there. So I've replaced my flower out in the bathroom with the Buttercup Bell design in sea salt and avocado. I have then used up a pack of cotton cleanups, and because I'm waiting for my next Scentsy Club shipment at the beginning of next month to come, I didn't necessarily go out and race just to buy cotton cleanups, because I have that in my Scentsy Club in the next shipment that's coming. So I've just been using some makeup removal pads. They're not as good as the cotton cleanups. They're a lot thinner, but they've been getting the job done for what is needed. So that's the little jar that the maple rum cake one came in. That's the little lid from the sea salt and avocado fragrance flower. So I'm just going to make some room here so we can get the next part of this little empties. So let's talk some pods, shall we? I've got a lot of pods to talk about for this month, so let's try and pull out the pods. As I said, my empties tub is quite overflowing this month. We've got pods galore here. So currently what is in the laundry is sandalwood and tangerine in our pods, and originally that I believe had sea salt and avocado, I believe was what was originally in the laundry. So I replaced our sea salt and avocado pods out and popped sandalwood and tangerine in. I did have in the kitchen lemon drizzle cake, and I replaced it out with vanilla buttercream. So for me, my pods are very complementary with my wax. So I like to have something complementary with my wax, with my pods. For those of you who do not know what pods is, they're for our fan diffusing system. So they go in our mini fans, our wall fan diffusers, our air purifiers, our scentsy goes. And I find for me in summer, lemon drizzle cake is really good in the kitchen. It goes with all the summery type bakeries I like to warm. And then in winter, I find vanilla bean buttercream is really good because it's going with all those more warmer, richer bakery scents. So these tend to be the ones that kind of gravitate towards the towards the kitchen, whereas more the fresh, cleaner ones gravitate towards my bathroom and my laundry, because that's where I'm usually warming the cologne, fresh, clean scents, and then the other type of scents like gravitate towards like the rest of the house. So continuing on, so let's talk about the bathroom now. So currently in the bathroom I have swirling snowflakes that was switched out from Mandalorian Air of Adventure, and I'm actually thinking, now I'm thinking about it, sea salt and avocado might have been the bathroom and Mandalorian might have been the laundry. Either or, these are the type of scents that, as I said, go into the laundry and the kitchen. So I do know laundry and bathroom. So I do know bathroom currently has swirling snowflakes, and it either originally had the sea salt and avocado or the Mandalorian Area of Adventure, and then the laundry had what the other one didn't and was swapped out with sandalwood tangerine. Then we had my dad's. So I brought him when I went down just after COVID finished a wall fan diffuser, because he's 80 years of age, 83 years of age this year, and he's not the type that will want to change wax out. So I brought him just a wall fan diffuser for his bathroom in 2020. And when I brought it for him, I had in it Go-Go Mango. As you can see, look how brown it is. So we went back at Easter time, almost a year later. He still hadn't changed his pods out. So, no, he hadn't changed his pods out, but the ones that I left behind for him, Perfect Gentleman, to change out, he'd taken out and just scattered on the little table, so he was getting the scent that way rather than having them through the air purifier. So he'd used up his Perfect Gentleman pods that way, and these were still, Go-Go Mango was still in his air purifier when I changed him out. So lucky I came prepared for him and brought some more for him. So I switched his Go-Go Mango out and popped in Vanilla Bourbon while I was visiting him at Easter time. And when I go up there again, probably Christmas time, they will probably need changing again, so I will bring some more with me. Then we had, and this would have been, okay, Coastal Sunset is currently in my Scentsy Go in the toilet. So we've got no plug outlets in the toilet, so I keep a Scentsy Go in there, and that's what Coastal Sunset is currently what is going in there. So I have one iridescent pearl. So this was pulled out of the car when we went away, and I replaced iridescent pearl with polar bear hugs in our car, in our mini fan. Now we have the air purifier in the lounge room. So I did have sugared strawberry. I don't know why I'm spelling them because I've totally used up. So sugared strawberry was going through most of summer in the air purifier in the lounge room, and I have recently, because we're now warming more of those warmer wintry scents, the air purifier in the lounge room now has cranberry, pumpkin and spice going. And then I have currently in the air purifier in our bedroom cozy, vanilla and pumpkin going. I've been really enjoying this scent in our bedroom. So I do believe they are all the pods that I have gone through this month. As I said, there are quite a few pods that I went through this month. Then we've got some scent packs which I have stashed around the house because my 3-year-old likes to empty the buddies out of scent packs. So 100 Acre Wood totally lost its scent, so I've got to find what buddy that went in and replaced it. It would have been one of the Pooh Bear buddies. This would have been one of the Monster buddies, Monstropolis Inc. It's got no scent left, so that needs replacing. And then I've got Cashmere and Corduroy scent pack. That has a tiny bit of scent, but not much. Then we have the Polar Bear Hug Scent Circle, which is in the car at the moment with the pods. So I think that's all non-wax items. So let's try and turn this around, and then we can start to delve in to our wax. Hang on just a moment while I make room and we can start talking about our wax. Okay, now I've got a little bit of room. I don't have much, but I've got a little bit of room. We can start talking about our wax. So I'm going to start off with the bricks I've been working on, because I did work on 4 bricks this month. So in the kitchen, I finished off my brick of caramel chestnut. This is absolutely beautiful. It is that rich oak chestnut smell, and then you've got the sweetness of the caramel. It's warm, it's cozy, it's comforting. Absolutely love this. So in the laundry and bathroom area, I used up 1 cube of Winter's Eve. So these are all brick collections from our winter brick collection. This is a little bit cologne-y to my nose. It is meant to be a tree note, but there's a bergamot, I think, was the note in here that picks up. To me, it comes across very, very cologne-y, and I'm typically not drawn to cologne scents, which is why it's taking me longer to get through this brick. I have this in a whole other brick because of how cologne-y it smells, and I tend to only stick them in the laundry and bathroom. Then I broke into one of my other bricks of maraschino sugar cookie. I've already gone through 1 full brick of this. I've started my second and I have another one on standby, and this scent is in my club. It is rich sugar cookie and cherry. So this was in the kitchen. Absolutely love this scent. This has to be my favorite scent out of all of Scentsy's scents. So they're the 3 kind of wintry, I guess, Christmas collection scents I went through. And then when we got back, I broke into my Orchard by the Sea, which is from our current So Long Summer brick collection. And as you can see, I almost used up half of this brick already. This is a beautiful scent. If you love fresh scents, you're going to love this. I typically don't gravitate towards fresh scents, but I am really enjoying this. So you've got that clean, crisp, almost laundry-like scent, but then there's this sweetness from the apple and that fresh sea note. It's not salty sea air because of the apple and the cottons. It's making it more clean and fresh, air-light. This is one of those scents when I'm wanting to clean the house. I can throw in my warmers and really enjoy. I'm wanting the house to smell nice, fresh and clean. And that's what I did. We got back from our holidays in April and I set about cleaning the house. So that was when I was literally warming this scent. This brick will probably give me 2 more warmings when I'm cleaning the house, and then I'll be probably finished that brick. I do have 1 more brick of that, and I did pop that particular scent into my club because I do really enjoy that. So they're the bricks I was working on. So let's talk about, I'll try and keep these in with their, I guess you could say, areas I was warming them, because for me I'm very zonal when it comes to warming. So I'll try and I'll move these bricks out of the way. I can try and then talk about areas I would be warming all of these bars in. So we are going to, let's talk about the open concept area first, shall we? Because I tend to be picking up a lot of things from the open concept area as I'm delving into this little bag here. So let's talk about that, shall we, first? So first mix I want to talk about, now as we go into this wax, you're going to see a very mixed bundle of wax here. We are coming into our autumn winter here, which means I'm reaching for more of those warmer wintry scents, but then we've had a few warm days scattered throughout, so I've still had some summer scents going as well. So my warming hasn't followed any theme or haphazard. So the first one was on one of those warmer days. I did a combination of cocoa lime and vanilla bean buttercream because it was a warmer day, so I still wanted that bright, fresh, summery citrus mode. But then I mixed it with vanilla bean buttercream just to tone it down a bit, warm it up a bit, because we were still getting quite cool mornings and the days were quite warm. So this was a perfect combination for that. And for me, cocoa lime I do use more as a mixer than I do use it by itself. I do enjoy it by itself. It's a great, strong, blow you out of the house performer by itself. But as a mixer, I really, really love it. In summer, I mix it with pina colada cha-cha, I mix it with watermelon tangerine, I mix it with a lot of fruity scents to get that really fruity cocktail-y vibe. And then on one of Melissa Johnson Haight's melter mixes, she talked about this mix with vanilla bean buttercream. And ever since she's talked about this mix, I find every time I'm reaching for cocoa lime, I'm reaching for vanilla bean buttercream at the same time. As much as I enjoy mixing this with hibiscus water or my other fruity scents, as I said, I actually didn't do that last summer. I kept reaching for this mix. So this has become my favorite mix of cocoa lime, even though I do really enjoy cocoa lime with other scents. So another mix I went through, still going into those warm days but those cool mornings, was Squeeze the Day and Sugar Cookie. So I'm still was wanting the brightness for the summer days, but I was still wanting something that would complement on the cooler mornings. So Squeeze the Day and Sugar Cookie, basically a lemon cookie when you melt them together. Really, really good. So that was in the open concept area as well. So on our more recent days where it was a lot more cooler and not so hot, I had 2 bars of Jack's Obsession. So this is a really beautiful transitional scent, and basically from now until October you're probably going to see this particular scent pop up a fair bit in my empties. It is a green cider, apple cider. So the green apple in here adds a little bit of brightness, but then you've got the warmth of the cider, so it's not too overly summery. But when you've still got days that aren't quite blistery cold, you're going to get a little bit of warmth, but you're still going to get a little bit of brightness from Jack's Obsession. As you can see, one of my clamshells was the holographic one, so that was fun. My kids are very excited to complete their Jack's Obsession label. That was the last one they needed out of their labels, so they will be taking that label off me, I'm sure, in the very near future. Okay, so another cooler day, I went through 2 bars of cider mill. As you can see, I was very much in a cider mode because, again, we're transitioning into the cooler weather, and cider's just that perfect mix of fruit and warmth where it's not going to be too overwhelmingly, cloyingly heavy, but you're still going to get the warmth and comfort. So in my open concept area, I do in most cases 2 bars. So that was going in the open concept area. On my, I guess you could say, cider frenzy, and I think I actually warmed them basically one after the other. So next we had going the day that I was actually warming in the kitchen, caramel chestnut. I had going, and I just did 1 bar because I had this going kind of in alternating warmers with my caramel chestnut, was toasted acorn and oak. This combination was really, really good. So the toasted acorn and oak is just this warm, woody, comforting, oaky scent. Absolutely love it. I loved the combo of these 2. Really loved that combo. So then we had think where I warmed some of these going. Frozen 2 Autumn. This was in the open concept area. I did only do 1 bar of this because I have 2 bars left and I'm kind of hoarding my last bar. So I didn't want to use all 2 bars up at once. Again, another really beautiful transitional scent that I really do enjoy. It's got that woodsy note about it, but then it's got a really sweet apple note that kind of makes it very fresh. So I really did enjoy that in the open concept area. I will say if that ever comes back, I will definitely be clubbing that because I do love all of that collection. I love all of the Frozen 2 collection. It is one of my favorite collections. It is. Okay. I'm sure I had another bar of this. And I'm sure I will come across it as we go along our empties. But I'm sure I had 2 bars of Halloween Town. So this was in the open concept area. And I'm pretty sure, as I said, I was warming 2 bars at the time because I do generally do 2 bars in the open concept area at once unless I'm alternating it with something in the kitchen area. And this was one of those days where I wasn't alternating it in the kitchen area. I'm 100% sure because I'm pretty sure this is what is in my warmers now, going on the 3rd or 4th day. So my warmers in the lounge room or open concept area are ready to be changed out. To me, Halloween Town smells like a good bottle of red wine sitting in the barrels at the winery. You get that smooth, oaky, corky smell and that rich, full-bodied red wine. It's sweet, it's woodsy. I could warm this all winter round. You're probably going to see, along with Jack's Obsession, a fair bit of Halloween Town in my warming coming up. So that's bathroom. And is that the rest? I think that might be. That might be the majority of what I warmed in the open concept area. So there's the second bar of Halloween Town. As I said, you would see a fair bit of that pop up because I did, as I said, go through 2 of them. So shall we talk about the kitchen next, since that's quite a bigger or a largish pile here. We'll talk about the kitchen next. So let's talk about my kitchen piles. So on my birthday, which was towards the end of April, mid-April, it was like the second day we were back from our holidays, I warmed Happy Birthday. So this is the first time I've got to warm Happy Birthday in a while, even though it's in my club. I do tend to give this to people on their birthday. And when I warm it, my kids aren't the biggest fan of it. They actually find it too cloyingly sweet. And they'll go around and turn the warmers off on me. So I thought, bugger it, it's my birthday. I'm going to enjoy it by itself. It's just a rich vanilla cake to me. Almost marble cake-like, because sometimes you can smell that chocolatey note that you can get in a marble cake. Generally, when I'm warming this, I will mix it with a fruity scent so I can still enjoy it without the kids turning it off. but it was my birthday, so I just enjoyed it while I were at school in its full traditional form without mixing it with anything. Another day in the kitchen, I did peppermint dreams. This is just a chocolate mint patty. Absolutely delicious. It is in my club. I do wish I did have more than just one in my club, because I only get this once every 3 months. This is one of those ones I kind of wish I had an increased quantity, because as soon as it comes, it's also another one that I pretty much warm through. And then on another day, I did pie o mai. So this is from a older harvest collection, the year I joined actually, 2020. And to me, well, it's supposed to be an apple pie, but to me, it smells like the apples, the cinnamon and the spices that you're stewing on a pot before you put it into the pie base. It's got no crust note to me. I'm just getting the stewed apples that you would put into a apple pie. Another day I warmed chocolate coconut cream. This is just a creamy, rich, decadent chocolate drink or hot chocolate. Absolutely beautiful. Again, I only get one every 3 months in my club. This was one of those scentsy club exclusives in one of the Bring Back My Bars. So some of these scents I kind of wish I had the foresight to add more, but I didn't. Mochadoodle. So this is in my bi-monthly club. Absolutely love this. It is a regular that I do warm through. It's just a perfect mix of coffee and chocolate to me. It smells like a mocha, and I can pick up the coffee, I can pick up the chocolate. It is a little bit more chocolate forward, but it is still really, really beautiful. Another day in the kitchen, I was doing Villain's Just One Bite. This is another apple spice scent. It's got a molasses note in it, so it smells like a baked apple to me. As you can see, heading towards winter, I've got more of those warmer, richer scents going. And then there should be 2 of these here, because I did one that I made samples. There it is. So I made samples with 1 bar, and what I've currently got going into day 2. And I will say with bakery scents, for me, on the whole, they last a day. If I'm getting more than a day, I'm happy. But on the whole, they last a day, and I do change my kitchen scents out daily because they do last a day. I have a lot of wax, so that doesn't bother me. But I'll Bring Back My Bar that is coming as of the 1st of June. We have sticky cinnamon bun in it. So I made samples with 1 bar, and I'm currently warming 1 bar at the moment. This one's going into my club. If you like cinnamon and vanilla, you're going to like this one. As I said, I'm going into day 2 and it's still going really well. So it is performing really well for me. It is more cinnamon heavy than it is bun heavy, but that nutty, nuancy note that you can pick up in here kind of adds a smooth, soft velvetiness to this, I guess you could say, that I am really, really enjoying. So sticky cinnamon bun is definitely a win for me with this upcoming Bring Back My Bar. So salted caramel toffee, most of this was again an upcoming Bring Back My Bar. Most of this was used to make samples with. There were a couple of cubes left over which I threw in my kitchen warmers. So it's very salted caramel, not as much cake as I would have thought. You're getting more of that caramel, and it is salted caramel. But again, it's another one of those ones, as it's warming, it's warm, it's cozy. Another one that I think I'm going to have in my club, at least for a little while. I can't give you full performance review just yet on this one because I like to warm a full bar. 2 cubes I don't think give me enough of a indicator. I will say more of that caramelly cupcakey note does come through on warming with those 2 cubes, but I do want to warm my full bar of this before I give a full performance review on salted caramel cupcake. Another day from our last Bring Back My Dar perfect oatmeal. So this is oatmeal with a currant note in it, so it comes across almost like you're making a muesli bar slice or a type of oatmeal slice when you're warming this. Quite enjoyable. It is one in my club. There are other probably oatmeal scents like Hum Top, which I enjoy a lot more than this. But when I'm in the mood for something that has like that curranty type scent with your oatmeal, this is quite nice. So I do get one of these every 2 months as well. Then I have Clementine Cupcake. Again, this is another one in my club. This is a rich cupcake. You definitely can pick up the cupcake note in here, and then it's got that little zestiness and brightness of the clementine. So the next one is one that's not available here. I picked up, and you're probably going to see a few that's not available here in this round because I've about a year and a half ago, I did pick up a bunch of bars off Facebook from scents that aren't available here in Australia. They are available in other regions or were available in other regions, and one of them is pumpkin chai. I absolutely love this. If this were available here, it would go into my club. So I've decided to stop hoarding all the scents that I've picked up through Facebook and enjoy them, even though I can't get them here. So as I said, you'll probably see a few pop up that can't get here, and you're probably going to hear me say I'd club them if they were available here, because I am a bakery fan and most of them are probably bakery scents. But this is just perfect. It is a little bit of spice, it's warm, it's cozy, the sweetness from the pumpkin. Absolutely love that one. And we don't get much pumpkin scents here. So speaking of another one that's not available here, so this was done, I did a mixture of this and then I did some by itself also. So in the open concept area, half of this and this was raspberry hibiscus tea, which is available here, and then the next scent isn't. And I mixed it with almond croissant in the open concept area, and then the other half of bar I warmed by itself in the kitchen. I want this bar in Australia. This is the perfect bakery scent. It's rich, but it's basic at the same time, and I don't mean basic in a bad way. It's a perfect mixer, bakery mixer. Like, you can pick up the almonds, you can pick up the butteriness of the croissant, but it's not overwhelmingly heavy or cleanly. This is a bakery that would do all well around, and that's why I mean what I mean when I say basic. It's just a perfect bakery scent. I wish they would bring that one to Australia. That would be in multiple in my club. So, is that all of the kitchen? So I believe that is all of the kitchen that I have done. So moving on, we'll talk about, I guess, the bathroom area next. So I did a combination, and this was also done in the boys' room as well as the bathroom area. I did a combination of light side and dark side of the force on May the 4th. So the light side is this very almost salty sea air. You get that aquatic note, you get a very fresh, bright note, and you can just smell the salty driftwood sea air coming through. And then you've got Dark Side of the Force, which is a lot more deeper and darker and heavy and richer, verging on almost a cologne-y note, but still fresh. Combined, I really, really do enjoy these combined. When they combine, they just create a scent on their own. So I had that going in laundry and bathroom and boys' room for May the 4th. Then I had a few cubes left of A Friend Like Me, so that was in the laundry. So this was kind of like a fresh air, woodsy, slightly aquatic. To my nose, another day I had from our older Father's Day collection, My Dear Watson. I've said it before, I'm not a cologne fan, but once in a while I come across ones that I could potentially warm again. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase, but if I came across it in a collection like a Bring Back My Bar, Revote or something like that, I wouldn't hate it if I rewarmed it again. And that was kind of My Dear Watson. It was more like a powdery cologne, like you sprayed yourself with a powdery deodorant. So it was a little bit more powdery in its freshness as opposed to your clean and crisp. So I didn't mind that one, but as I said, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it. Then we had Chamomile Petals, which was April scent of the month. So tea notes aren't always my favorite fragrance, and they come across sharp and bitter to my nose. A lot of tea notes. I think the jasmine in this was its saving grace. It stopped the sharpness and bitterness, but it still felt and smelt very herbal to me. So while I didn't again hate it, I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase more, and it wasn't a love of mine. It just wasn't sharp and bitter like a lot of other tea notes, which I was afraid might have been with the chamomile. That sweetness from the jasmine, I think, just saved this for my nose. Then we had, so these I've made ampoules with more than I've warmed, and that is Ocean Air and Coconut Water, which is from our upcoming State of Mind collection. This is sweet. You can smell the coconut water. This is a bathroom scent that I would really enjoy and that I am considering clubbing. Same with Pacific Mist. Again, samples were made as opposed to me going through a full warming review. I will get through warming my next lot of bar and providing a review. Again, another sweet, aquatic scent. Do I need all these as scents in my club? Probably not. I'm not drawn to fresh aquatic scents normally. And all of a sudden there's like 3 that I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying Orchid Under the Sea. I'm really enjoying Ocean Air and Coconut Water. I'm really enjoying Pacific Mist on cold. This one, I definitely see myself using again. So it is in my club. I'm probably only going to put one of these in my club. I haven't decided which one yet. At the moment, based on cold smell, I think I'm leaning more towards Ocean Air and Coconut Water, which is the State of Mind collection. I've still got a bunch of Pacific Mist. As a consultant, we get 8 bars of this. So even though I've made samples with 1 bar and I think I've gifted 1 bar, I will still have at least 3 to 4 bars that I can enjoy. So do I really need that one in my club when on cold? I feel like I like the scent of Ocean Air and Coconut Water. I have so many summer scents. I've got to be really strict with what I'm putting in my club as a summer scent, because I'm not going through my club and not warming through the summer scents I've got on hand. So I've got to try and really get through what I have, rather than try and complicate myself with going through more summer scents. My Christmas scents, my autumn winter scents, I go through what I club and I use up what I have on hand, but I don't do so much with my summer scents. And I think it's because I'm drawn more to the bakery. I'm drawn more to the Christmas and summer and winter scents, which is why I find it easier to get through them. Okay, so then I had 2 cubes left of Beach Daisy from an older Bring Back My Bar. So I decided to use this up before breaking into my summer bricks. So that was done in the laundry area. So this is just a beautiful, bright floral scent. Wildflower Cotton from our Mother's Day collection, which is discontinuing at the end of this month. If you like tangerine and creamsicle, this is so similar to tangerine and creamsicle. It is not funny. I feel like this might be, I guess, a little bit more cottony, whereas tangerine creamsicle has a little bit more of a, I guess, leveriness about it. But they're very, very similar. If you put them side by side, it would be very hard for you to pick the difference out. So this is not club worthy for me. I do have tangerine, I do have tangerine Father's Day one, tangerine in my club. It's in there somewhere. I do have it in my club, but I am thinking of deleting that out. I still have another bar of this, and I still have another bar of that tangerine and Father's Day one, not tangerine creamsicle. So I will enjoy these while they're about, but they're not necessarily club worthy scents for me. One that I kind of wish I had kept in my club and similarly took it out of my club and now only have 1 bar left. I did have 2, but I did go through 1, is Honeysuckle Pear. This is beautiful, but it is very floral and very sweet. It is a strong performer. You do have to like floral to like this. It smells like honeysuckles. Absolutely gorgeous. I have 1 left because I feel like this is one of those ones where I'd be surprised it would come back in a Bring Back My Bar because of how floral it is, and I really love it. And if you're a floral lover, you're really going to love it, but not everyone's a floral lover, and this is very, very in your face floral. So I think that was the majority of the bathroom and the laundry. So let's delve into what I did in the master bedroom, shall we? So I did do vanilla mint in the master bedroom, trying to decide whether I wanted to keep. Hang on just a moment. Okay, I've picked up all the wax bars I just dropped from my bedroom pile. So as I said, I did do vanilla mint in my bedroom, deciding whether I wanted to keep this or not in my club. When I warmed it in the bathroom and laundry, I got a citrus note in here that I was not a fan of. When I warmed it in the bedroom, I really enjoyed it. So I've still got decisions to make whether I want to keep vanilla mint or not. Another one that is coming out in the Bring Back My Bar on the 1st of June, Marshmallow Mint. I have had this one before. This is definitely going to be a bedroom scent for me. It is definitely going to go in my club, and this is probably what's going to kick vanilla mint out. This is a beautiful, sweet, soft, marshmallowy buttermint scent. And this is the type of scent that I love to relax to and fall asleep to. So as I said, I was trying to make decisions whether I wanted to keep vanilla mint or not. I feel like I like marshmallow mint more. I don't need all the mint scents. Olaf is another one I gravitate towards too for my bedroom, so I don't need all the mint scents for my bedroom. Let's do the mint scents that I really love in my bedroom, which would be marshmallow mint and probably Olaf Warm Hugs. So I feel like vanilla mint may at some stage get the boot. So this is another one not available in Australia that I picked up in my, about a year ago, as I said, Facebook thing I picked up, NHL Fresh Ice. This is everything I would want in a scent. For a bedroom. I love mint scents and I love sandalwood scents. It has both of them. If this were available in Australia, definitely in my club, it would definitely become a bedroom regular for me. But because it's not available, we won't talk too much about that now. Satin sheets I did in my bedroom. So again, I'm going to talk basic, but basic in a good way. For me, satin sheets is one of those uncomplicated, basic scents where you're not looking for something fancy and you're not looking for something complicated. Nowadays, with your wax fragrances, they throw a lot in one fragrance and you smell a lot and it becomes very busy, it becomes very complicated. It may smell amazing, but sometimes you just want to go back to your basics. You just want to feel something traditional and uncomplicated. And for me, that's what satin sheets is. It's sandalwood and it's vanilla in its purest form. It's traditional. It's not messy. It's not complicated. It's just something simple. And that's what I love about this one. It is in my club just for that reason. When I'm over all the busyness and all the things that sometimes other fragrances can throw at you. Next one, Cozy Cardigan. This is just a beautiful, soft, romantic, sensual, warm scent. Slightly cottony, slightly floral in my club. No, it's not in my club because it's available at the moment. Sorry, it is in our catalogue at the moment. When it's not in the catalogue, it goes into the club. So the next one, Hocus Pocus. I did this in my room trying to decide whether to keep this in my club. This did get the boot because just to me, the cherry note in here is a little bit too medicinal to me, a little too plasticky to me. There are other cherry scents I like better. This is like a perfumey cherry to me. I know everybody loves Hocus Pocus, Sanderson Sisters. I'm just one of those ones that can take it or leave it. I did pick up another one in our warehouse sale, so I do have another one to enjoy, but I'm not in love with it like everyone else. And if I'm not in love with it, I'm not going to keep it in my club just to keep it in my club. I don't see the point in that. A scent that I have been really enjoying in my bedroom lately is Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. So this one is in my club, and this again is another really good transitional scent. You get a sweet pumpkin and then you get that vanilla. This has been a beautiful bedroom scent for me. Then I had in the bedroom Frozen North Cores 2. So this is just fresh, it's floral, it's sweet, it's absolutely beautiful. I did warm through a bar of enchanted wood. This one is also in my club. This to me would probably be a little bit more of a summery than a wintry scent. and a transitional scent as well, because you get that woodsy note, but then you get that coconut, which is giving it an almost tropical vibe. So you're getting like a sandalwood and coconut. If you like Coastal Sunset, you will probably like this. This is a bit more deeper and woodsy. It is a lot more stronger than Coastal Sunset and not as perfumey. It's got more of that woodsy and that creamy note about it. So there is basically what I warmed in my bedroom. Now I've got some randoms here. So I made samples with tangerine, sugarcane and pineapple dragon fruit from our State of Mind collection. Most of these I made samples with, or I did warm in my daughter's room. So we haven't done my daughter's room yet. So tangerine and sugarcane. When I was warming this, making the samples, it's got to me a tobacco-y note about it. One of those sweet flavored tobacco notes, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of. Pineapple dragon fruit is very zesty. It's very bright. Again, I've only made samples, so I've only smelt that initial warming as I was making the molds down. I haven't gone through a full process of melting. I do have another bar of each, so you will have to stay tuned for a warming review on them. So let's talk about my daughter's room. What did I warm in there? So we warmed a bar of Scooby-Doo Zoinks. I'm trying to decide whether to take this out of my summer club or not. I think it's going to get the boot. So I just haven't been reaching for it. It's in our clearance section at the moment. I have another bar of this. My daughter hasn't been reaching for it. It's just, to me, like a sherbety, fruity, sugary scent to me. There are a lot of other scents out there which give similar vibe. It's kind of one of those scents, if we've got it, we'll enjoy it. If we don't, we're not going to miss it type thing. And it's not the strongest. This one that did go into the club for the time being, Tinkerbell, Sweet and Sassy. It's giving me all the Dumbo vibes without the creaminess. It's more fruity, it's more vibrant, and it's more zesty, but it's sweet and it's fun. I'm not saying this is going to stay in my club full time. We do have Dumbo in our club, which for us is the birthday scent for my daughter and my son, who share their birthday week together. It's what we throw through the house between the 19th and 26th of July when their birthday is in their room. That's the scent we warm on their birthday week. But this is giving me very similar vibes. So we probably will pick up a few more through club and then eventually delete this out and probably just keep Dumbo. Berries Jubilee. So I did that in my daughter's room, or did I do this in the boys' room? I did it in one of them. There was a few cubes left. Again, it probably wasn't a scent for me, so this was from the last Bring Back My Bar. It was very much a sugary candy berry scent, a little bit tart. So this was in the bathroom and the kids are coming out. I do apologise, we are coming to the end of this video. This was in the bathroom and the laundry. Woodland Meadow, new to our catalogue this season. So it is cologne-y, but it does have that woodsy type note about it. Aloha Orchid, this month's scent of the month. If you like tropical and floral, you're really going to like this. It's tropical, floral, sweet. There is a little bit of a fruity note about it. I said before, and I'll say it again, it reminds me of hibiscus water without the aquatic note. I think this would mix really well with hibiscus water as well. So if you're missing hibiscus water, try Aloha Orchid. You'll be probably pleasantly surprised. So honey pear cider, This one will go in. I've got 2 cubes left for making samples. I'll probably pop this in my room. I've had this before. It is absolutely beautiful. It is for the upcoming Bring Back My Bar. And it is a pear cider and honey. It is really, really sweet. One of my favourite mixes with honey pear cider is to mix with Jack's Obsession. So, the next lot, this was in my bedroom, Love Story. Absolutely love story. It's amber, rose and chocolate. Heavier on the amber, but that rose and chocolate adds like this sweet and depth to it that is really, really pretty. So you get that perfumey, sensual amber, and then you get this richness from the dark chocolate and this sweetness from the jasmine. So it's not rose, it's jasmine. I do apologise. The noise of the child is confusing me. So the next lots are all Bring Back My Bars, which will be available at the beginning of next month. And I basically has just made samples with these, so I can't give you a warming review yet. You will have to stay tuned for a warming review. I'm probably going to do a separate video where I'm going to do a warming review on all of the Bring Back My Bars. So I'm just going to quickly run through them, what I did samples with. Crazy Coconut. On cold, it is fruity with a little bit of the coconut. Sparkling Plum. I pick up like a blueberry hubba bubba in the background, and then you get like this effervescent deep rich plum note. Your Pal Mickey smells like a fruit punch to me. Lemon in berries, as I said, smells like 50% lemon, 50% berry. Very much a play on tart and fruity. Tahitian Black Orchid. It's this beautiful perfumey floral. I think it's going to be really beautiful in the bedroom. Summer Holiday. This was an older bar. Smelt very plasticky to me. I didn't get much out of it. When it was warming, I did pick up a bit of the amber. I got that little bit of like a perfumey sweetness you get from the amber. And I did pick up, when I was making samples, a tiny bit of the orange flower. But I kind of feel this was a compromise scent with it being so old. Candy Crave. If you like cotton candy, I feel like this is going to be yours. It's very sugary, very cotton candy. And then Frosted Ginger Cookie. This I feel like it's going to transform in the warmers. I smell pure ginger. And then that brown sugar note in the back end. I feel like more of the cookie is going to come through as it's warming. So, they are all the bars. I do have some oils that I diffuse, so let's quickly go through them. So, cinnamon, cherry, and vanilla. This is the perfect combo with maraschino sugar cookie. If you're looking for an oil to diffuse with maraschino sugar cookie, cinnamon, cherry, vanilla is it. Unfortunately, it's no longer available in our catalogue, but it is beautiful. It's got that same cherry note, that same maraschino sugar cookie, and then it's got a little bit of cinnamon, which is adding a spice note, and the vanilla, which is adding a sweetness. Jasmine Birchwood. I love to diffuse this with Halloween Town. It's just a perfect combination of jasmine and woodsy note. So you've got that earthy richness from the woodsy note, and then you've got the sweetness from the jasmine. Seaside Lily. It's almost got the exact same notes in Seaside Lily as is in the North Cores, and it complements that wax so really well, which is where I was diffusing this, because I was diffusing the North Cores. This is fresh. It is sweet and floral at the same time. If you're looking for something fresh, aquatic and sweet and floral, Seaside Lily, I still believe is in our clearance section at the moment. Jasmine and Birchwood, I also believe is in our clearance section because all of these are retired bars. They didn't actually put cinnamon, cherry, vanilla in the clearance section when they retired it, and they're oils, they're not bars. But I do believe both Seaside Lily and Jasmine Birchwood are in our clearance section at the moment. And then I have 3 oils that are from previous 3-pack collections here, or from my testers. This one's not a previous 3-pack collection. So this was in the bathroom laundry, Sweet Eucalyptus Lime. This one's no longer available. This is from my consultant kit. And it's very citrusy, heavy, forward. Not the biggest fan of this one, but as I said, I do have a lot of these from my consultant kits, which I am trying to get through. Then these 2 were from older Harvest Halloween collections. One was from last year and I think one was from the year before. So I have Pumpkin Cinnamon Twist. I was doing this with all of the pumpkin-y scents I was warming. And it is just this beautiful cinnamon and baked pumpkin smell. It is absolutely beautiful. It has like a vanilla-y finish about it, which I really enjoy. And then caramel cinnamon cupcake. So again, very vanilla forward. And then you've got almost a heaviness with the caramel and the cinnamon, but it is very, very sweet and it is really, really enjoyable. So they were the oils that I got through. That was my empties. As I said, this is quite a long empties video, but I hope you enjoyed and I hope you're all doing well. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.